tuned in to the Recap with the GoodFellaz show. You know how we do every week. Tonight is not an exception. We're here to talk about all the things you want to talk about and all the things that we want to talk about. And as usual, we got a lot of shit to talk about. It's your boy Tommy Guns alongside my man Dav Noble. What up?
Yo, what's good, social media land? Thanks for tuning in.
Sha Montana in the building.
Cojones.
Living that Sha Hendrix life.
I'm talking about.
And Heritage Hip Hop's own GoodFellaz holding it down.
Your favorite superhero you love to hate. Peace.
I like that.
Word. We actually have a crazy topic. Shout out to all my wrestling fans out there. We were talking, what are some of the best wrestling entrance songs or just entrances period of all time throughout all the years, whether it's the 80s, the 90s, the Ruthless Aggression era or the Attitude era or whatever they call this bullshit on the air right now. All the different eras. What are some of the best songs that when that song drop, you're just like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about right now. Shout out to all my wrestling fans out here. We got you covered. So Dav Noble, we talking wrestling entrances, our personal favorite. I know you got the ill list, man. Why don't you set it off?
Listen, I know we were just talking about, there's some people that's going to have the same stuff. So I'm going to take one that I'm pretty sure is going to be on everybody's list. If not, my first one is, I want to get this one out the way, is The Rock. I mean, if you smell like what the, that's just iconic. Like I feel like you can go anywhere and just be like anywhere in the world and be like, if you smell, I feel like you'd be in Africa, some dudes come out and be like, if The Rock is cooking, like it was crazy how that happened, bro. Like so I think The Rock is one. That's the obvious one.
Thanks.
One of the ones that I always liked was I liked Kane's intro.
Oh, shit.
I always thought whenever like the lights would go down and then it would be like, and the music would come and then Karev, like when he would come and he would always, and then like the flames would come up, like I always thought that was fire. And I always remember like when the lights would go dark and you heard that music, you knew that Kane was about to just come in and just wreck shop. So you just, it was different from, you know what I'm saying, Undertaker. It was a different energy. Like Undertaker, he could be the hero, but it's like, nah, Kane come, you hear that music, Kane coming from, he came from out the actual floor at one point.
Yeah.
I thought he came from the crowd. Like that music play, you know somebody about to get jacked up.
It was a straight up horror show. You know something evil was coming.
My other joint was I'm gonna try to think out the box, but DX.
Okay.
DX is my joint. You hear that? If you that little whisper, if you hear the something and start talking, that was my joint.
True.
And my out the box one, because I did promise Karev an out the box one. And there's a funny story behind this too. And that is Val Venus.
Yo, wow. I remember the wrestler, but not the song.
Yo, he had one of the best entrances because it was so over the top. And the story I had, I don't know if you remember, Tommy, remember my first semester, freshman year in college, I actually took a version of the Val Venus song and I made it my voicemail in college just to be extra, just ridiculous. And I remember when the music was dropping, I left a message over it. And also, it was the most absurd like entrance that I've seen, and it always stuck to me, yo. So that I had to throw Val Venus in there.
That's a throwback, man. Shout out to college too.
Shout out to college. So I'm gonna go with that list. I got my 3, and then my wild card with Val Venus.
All right, that's what's up. Shout out to all my wrestling fans out there. We holding it down for y'all right now. GoodFellaz, Heritage Hip Hop's own, a big wrestling fan. I know he got the crazy list. Yo, GoodFellaz, what up?
Yo, that was funny. Yo, salute to you for Val Venus, yo.
Word.
All right, so I have no order. I'm gonna just throw my favorites out there. Number 1 is Harlem Heat. Can't get mad at Harlem Heat. One of the best hip hop entrances ever. If you know the original song.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
That was my guy for the entrance music. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, Razor Ramon. The entrance to SummerSlam's ladder match against Shawn Michaels when he walked under the ladder and he did the hands at the microphone.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, at the camera. That was classic. That was classic.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off cuff, a little off to the left. New Jack and the Gangsters, ECW. When he used to come into the ring and he used to throw anything obscene into the ring and knock you out with it. New Jack and Mustafa fought the Dudley Boys, and I remember him hitting Devon Dudley in the head with a Nintendo. That was classic to me. And that was the intro to the match because they fought through the entrance music. Mm-hmm. So that was classic.
I made with a Nintendo.
Yep.
Was it Nintendo 64 or was it the original joint?
Nintendo original square gray box.
Wow.
That was hilarious. I got 2 more. My favorite entrance music of all time is Chris Jericho, Break the Walls Down.
Now, you know what? I was going to say Jericho, but I said, you know what? I'm going to leave that because that whole, I just used to like when Jericho, when it would go dark and you would just see the countdown.
Break the walls down or something.
Yeah, that was fire.
Classic.
Yeah,
for everybody out there and everybody out there who was a fan of the SmackDown era, you know, the Hardy Boys, they had a nice entrance.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite entrance, Lita versus Trish Stratus entrance song. There you go.
I just like Trish Stratus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That entrance was crazy.
Yo, Trish Stratus, probably one of the baddest, I guess, WWE divas wrestlers of all time. The Rack.
That's another list.
The Rack, amazing.
We
can do that list later.
Yes. We're going to have to come back. We're going to have to revisit that for another day. But shout out to Trish Stratus, yo.
Word.
Yeah, one of the all-time greatest racks in wrestling.
What?
That's what's up. Shout out to my man Karev, Heritage Hip Hop.
That's a good like historical list right there, yo.
Yeah. Yo, just the fact that he mentioned the Dudley Boys, like, yo, I mean, like, it's the Hardy Boys.
Tag team of all time.
Yeah.
The table. That was the Dudley Boys, right?
Yo, and they made some good mystery books too.
What? What's the Hardy
Boys?
Yeah, the Hardy Boys.
Oh no, I get it. All right. Well, anyway, it's your boy Tommy Guns. I'm gonna give my list real quick. Shout out to my man Big A. He's gonna do his Big A entrance at some point during the show, so be on the lookout for that. But you know what I mean, I got my top 5 list. So I'm gonna go from number 5 to my all-time favorite number 1. And maybe it's a little generic, but these are just my personal favorite joints that would get me hyped. Number 5, Randy Orton. His first one, Burn in My Life. Back when he was like young Randy Orton, not quite good guy, not quite bad guy. That joint would just get me hyped. Back when he was the Legend Killer. I just used to love the whole, you know, the not only was the song dope, but like, you know, he's, you know what I mean? Like the little entrance, you know what I'm saying? He had the crazy swag. Yo, Randy Orton, every time that joint would come out, I would get hyped. And I know it's one of my favorite because I'd be in the car sometime. I actually put it like on my iPod. I still listen to my iPod. Yes. That joint come on, yo, I get hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. People in the cars be like, oh. Yo, Randy Orton, number 5. Number 4, Shawn Michaels, yo. If you are an 80s baby or you grew up in the early 90s, yo, that Shawn Michaels joint, like, yo, it had swag before the swag was even swag. Like he was like, back when he was like young Shawn Michaels, all about the chicks.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm cute. You know, like, yo, yeah.
You don't want me singing, but yo, that joint right there, like you be like, yo, Shawn Michaels, man. Yeah, swag before swag.
Word.
Number 3, you got to give it up for my man Steve Austin. Yo. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Yo, and you know what it was? It's not even that the song was that hot, but the intro, when you hear the glass breaking, it's like, dan, and then it like, yo, you would just get hype. You'd be like, yo, this dude about to whoop some ass. Yo, like, straight up.
Word.
That joint would just, you knew when that music hit, somebody was getting their ass whipped.
Come on.
Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of my personal favorite joints. And like I said, with that joint, it's not the song, but it was just the attitude with the, it's everything about it. You knew it was about to get real.
Yeah,
Number 2, and these last two, is real close. Number 2, the NWO theme song, That joint right there. That came out. Like you would just see like, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hollywood Hogan with the air guitar with the world belt. Like you heard that and you were just like, that came on. You know some shit was about to happen. You know what was gonna happen. You know who was coming out, but you knew something was about to pop off. That NWO theme got me hyped every time. And this was back during this time. I was team WCW because this was when Monday Night Raw, Monday Nitro, WCW versus WWE. Like I would flip the channels, but when NWO was doing their thing, I was WCW. DX was cool, but nobody was doing like NWO back in the day, at least to me. And the number 1 song, my top list of wrestling entrances, you got to give it to The Rock. When that joint came on, and the thing about this joint, not only was like between the ad-libs, but the song is hot. Like, especially like when they would remix it and they had like the little guitars, like that joint would get you hyped, man. You think you was The Rock. Yeah, I used to try to do the people's eyebrow, but I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But to this day, if that song comes out right now, we taking the show to the next level on some dumb shit.
It's like that one. It's that one and Stone Cold. The Stone Cold music just makes you want to do the stoner on somebody. Mm-hmm. Like that music, you looking for somebody to stun you. Yeah. But what's funny? Nobody mentioned, but it wasn't an entrance. But another entrance wasn't the music. I mean, but Ultimate Warrior used to always have a great entrance.
Yeah. That's Big A's favorite entrance. That's Big A's.
Coked out, running into the sliding and just and like he would do. And the funny thing is, like he would do that even like to the rescue. It's like when you to rescue, like he would run in and run past the guy getting beat up just to go to the ropes and be like, and
then he double back and like start fighting.
He was. I'm like, he had to be coked out of his mind. There's no way anyone could do that. Like, he would, every muscle would be like popping out. He'd be like, I thought he was gonna have a heart attack. Kurt Angle was.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody brought up the Undertaker. And you know what it was? With the Undertaker, as much as it was the song, it was the overall entrance between like the smoke and the lightning, and sometimes he'd come out with druids. He had the best all around entrance. Like not in the music, but like, you know what's crazy about that music? Like, it's like kind of smooth. That when the kids start acting up, right? And they know, like they just start doing some dumb shit. I go to my phone, I go to YouTube, I put the Undertaker theme song. They know what time it is. They start running. They're like, chill. I tell them like, you ready to rest in peace? Oh, diapers do not come holler at me. You know what I mean? I'm playing. Parenting 101. You've heard it here first on the recap with the GoodFellaz. But I be playing with them. But like, it's just so funny, Like the theme song with the entrance, hilarious.
And it was crazy. Like there were so many, like even not favorite, but there were so many good entrances, man. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, Kurt Angle had a good entrance. Goldberg's entrances were always dope when you would just see him with smoke and he would blow the smoke out and like the sparks and stuff. Like that was a pretty cool entrance.
It was almost like Ultimate Warrior, but without the coat.
Honorable mention. Nobody said Gold Dust.
I thought Gold Dust.
That was a great. That was a great entrance. That's my guy,
It was.
That's my guy, yo.
Yeah, Gold Dust was a good entrance.
Sean Montana. I know you're not the biggest wrestling fan in the world, but from the limited amount of wrestling that you did watch, were there any wrestlers whose entrances kind of stuck out to you that you liked? That you can remember?
It's one that I've heard y'all mention in this one is
Razor Ramon.
Shut up.
Hey yo.
The dead guy, Undertaker. I loved Undertaker's entrance.
Yeah, yo, we're talking like songs, but like if we're talking just straight out entrances, like there was nobody better than Undertaker. Like it was like a show before the wrestling match.
Yeah, that's the only one. I don't really remember anybody else's.
Shout out to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. With the fire at the beginning of the matches.
He was good.
Rob Van Dam and Sabu, the whole effing show.
Yo, you know who else?
Yo, you know what a dope one? I don't even watch modern wrestling, but I think I just turned it on one day and Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, yeah, that's a great one. That right now, yeah.
Had the entire stadium like, I was like, yo, who is this? I was like, this dude, and he got hurt. I was like, oh. But yo, that entrance, I was like, yo, that is fire. Whoever that guy is, I'm like, I have no idea who he is, but that entrance was fire.
Yeah, I saw it live at WrestleMania. When I say people were like getting ready, like, here it come, here it come, here it come. Then they did the whole wave when the lights came up. Yeah, we missed that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yo, you know who else we forgot?
Tommy.
You know who else we forgot?
Who?
Yo, Triple H.
Oh yeah.
Triple H had some dope WrestleMania entrances.
Which version? That or I am the game Triple H?
Yeah. Not Hunter Hearst Helmsley, but the Triple H when he became like when all of a sudden he took steroids and gained 100 pounds of muscle. Not Hunter Hearst Helmsley with like the harpsichord. But yo, especially for WrestleMania entrances, like he had some of the most elaborate WrestleMania entrances. You could, if all my wrestling fans out there, if you don't know, Google his WrestleMania entrances. Pretty dope, yo.
Yeah.
He had like a little Mad Max going on, and he even put like a little Game of Thrones going on for one of them. Like he's, you know, I mean, it helps when you're banging the CEO's daughter, but he had some dope entrances. Huh?
Ric Flair.
How do we get Ric Flair? Correct. I'm surprised you didn't. I would have thought you would have brought Ric Flair up.
Him and Macho Man was too similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
They had the classical music going on.
Yeah.
Who else had a dope intro? And I'm trying to think.
Yo, I'm gonna throw something out from left field. I don't know if you guys are gonna be familiar, but Big Van Vader, not Vader from WWE, but when he was in WCW, he had like this crazy song. He had like this aliens meets like Elephant Man like headpiece going on. Like it was crazy, but like Big Van Vader before he just became Vader had a dope entrance back in the day. Like we're talking like early 90s.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't even know if you're not a real wrestling fan.
A great one that we didn't say. I don't know if y'all remember this. It wasn't a WrestleMania, it was a pay-per-view. WWF entrance. Demolition with Smash versus the Legion of Doom with Paul Ellering. And the arena went crazy when both of the theme musics came on because they know what they were going to get.
Word.
That was a great one. With Demolition finally fought the Road Warriors. That was a good one.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the Road Warriors.
I don't remember their intro.
Shit was dope, yo.
How was I don't remember. How was like Roddy Piper? Did he have an intro that was
Bagpipes?
Bagpipes. I mean, I didn't.
Trash. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one. I'm sorry. I apologize, fellas. Everybody out there who knows me, I like villains. My favorite villain wrestler of all time is the $1 Million Man. That's one of my favorite entrances of all time. The $1 Million Man and his belt.
Money. Something like that. Word, $1 Million Man, yo. Who else? Yo, I'm surprised nobody brought up Hulk Hogan.
Nah, overdone. Nah.
I felt in retrospect, you know, when we were growing up, we were kids. I think Hulk Hogan would get you hyped, but looking back, it was.
I mean, he had an iconic intro because he had the T-shirt, like the thing that he would do that in Hulkamania. Like, you can't take. Yeah, that was definitely was like.
But the I Am a Real American joint back when you were a kid in the 80s.
Yeah, that was good. That was tough, but it's Hulk Hogan. Can't call somebody a nigga 4 times and think I'm gonna give you respect. I can't do it, Joe.
I feel like after having Donald Trump as president, it don't hit the same.
Nah, don't.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Yo, shout to all my wrestling fans out there. We're the GoodFellaz. Like I said, we're wrestling fans, so we talking wrestling. We representing real quick. We've been talking best wrestling entrances of all time. But you know what? This is the part. If we know us being wrestling fans, this is the part, right? Cats is doing their thing. The match is going on. You don't know who's gonna win. Is it gonna be this cat or is it gonna be this cat? All of a sudden, you hear that noise, that entrance, and then that dude just comes from the backstage and starts whooping ass. This is that moment right here. Ladies and gentlemen. Introducing. Big A in the building. All right. Word. Big A, what's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? Good to be here. Glad to be
We
here.
were just talking our favorite wrestling entrance songs of all time. I know you have some opinions on this topic.
Entrances, songs,
or entrances.
Yo, one of my all-time favorites. The Ultimate Warrior. Yo, there is nothing like the Ultimate Warrior, even in his old age before he died, running down to the ring with the makeup on and the stage running off his arm, and he's screaming and shaking the ropes, and everybody in the freaking arena is going crazy, yo. You that, or you hear the bell, boom, the Undertaker.
Word.
That, or time to head to play the game.
Okay.
Triple H.
He got all the ones that we kind of shot away from.
Yeah. Those are like our honorable. We were like, we're surprised nobody said that. And I'm like, wait for Big A.
Yo, Triple H, or you think you know me? Dun dun. It's Edge running out to the ring. You think you know me?
Wait, no one mentioned Edge though. No one mentioned Edge, right? That's a new one, right?
Yeah, nah. Shout out to Edge, yo.
You know me? Yeah. Edge, nice. Man. Oh, and then Randy Orton, you know what I mean? The guy singing, everybody's like, the Viper.
That's one of my picks. Word.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man.
Nobody mentioned Al Snow. That was like the best.
Everybody wants some.
That was the best double entendre I think I've seen in wrestling, because I had no idea how they got away with it.
Yo,
what was Al Snow's entrance?
The mannequin head.
The best. And what he would do is he would go in and he'd be like, "What do we want?" And he'd lift up the mannequin head.
What do we need?
Hey. He had signs that said head. Like, yo, it's crazy. The whole arena's doing that. I'm like, yo, how are they getting away with this? Because he had the mannequin head. And as long as he could say, you know, what do we want? And he points to the mannequin head. It's like, I'm talking about the mannequin head. Yo, it was that was great. Yo, there's pictures, amazing pictures of him with the mannequin head. Arena, just like with signs with your head. It's crazy.
No, they had shirts that said, "What do you want?" And then the mannequin head, it says "Head" under the mannequin head. They had shirts of it, yo. It was the best ever.
You got to give respect to WWE. They knew how to market the hell out of a lot of these cats, man. Like, they were smart, yo.
Not paying.
One of the all-time favorites. Well, it's the Big Show.
Nasty bastard.
Nasty bastard.
The nasty bastard.